Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Nelson again. I am here to share another activity that you can use to learn addition and subtraction. So last week I introduced you to the tens frame. This week I'm going to introduce you to the number line. Can you see it? This is a number line. Now boys and girls, you can print a number line off at your house, but you could just draw a number line, or you could use a ruler. All it is a straight line with slashes, and for each slash you put a number. 1, 2, 3, 4. My number line goes up to the number 10, but you can make your number line as long as you want. Also, I have my cards, and I'm just using the cards from ace, which is our 1, through the number 10. I also have some sticky notes to help me write the answers. I have my plus sign, my equals sign, and my minus sign. These pieces of tape right here are going to help me to attach my cards. Okay, boys and girls, so what I have done is I have placed a dot on the number 0 on my number line to start with. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to pick 2 cards, because what we're doing is we are putting 2 numbers together, and we're going to count all of the numbers to come up with the sum or total. Here we go. My first card is a number 2. So what I want to do is I want to take my dot and move it to the number 2. That is where I'm going to start. 2 plus, what's my next card going to be? 5. So my next card is the number 5. I'm going to put that right here. 2 plus 5 more equals, what do you think that equals? Well, I have another dot that's going to help us. I want to leave this dot here because that helps me to remember where I started, just in case I forget my counting. So let's see, if I started with 2 and I want to add 5 more, that means that I'm going to make 5 jumps. I'm going to start at 2 and I'm going to jump to the right 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here I am at number 7. I started at 2 and I jumped to the right 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I landed on the number 7. That means 7 is my total or my sum. So what I can do, I'm just going to write my answer, and I'm going to put it up here, 7. Now it's always important to check your work, boys and girls. So what I can do is I can just use my fingers, because this was a number that's less than 10, and I only have 10 fingers. So let's see. If I started with 2 and I added 5 more, I can count with my fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I'm holding up 7 fingers. That's the same answer that I got on my number line. All right, let's try another one. Take that card down, take that card down. I need to make sure that I always put my starter button back on 0. All right, let me mix up my cards again. This time I have 3. So I'm going to move my starter button to the number 3. There it is. 3 plus, this time I drew an ace. Remember, aces are 1s. So now I have 3 plus 1 equals, so remember, we're going to use our jumping button to start at number 3, our first number. This time we only have to jump 1 time, 1. That means that I ended up on the number 4. 3 plus 1 more is 4. Great job, boys and girls. I'm going to write my answer. And there it is. 3 plus 1 equals 4. All right, let's try another one just to make sure that we've got the hang of it. Okay, I'm going to move my starter button all the way back to 0. And this time, I am going to draw the number 6. 6 is my first number. So I want to take my starter button and move all the way down here to 6. All right, let's see. This time I drew a 2. I'm sorry, a 3. Sorry about that. 6 plus 3 equals, so I'm going to take my jumping button. I'm going to start at the 6, and remember, I want to jump 3 places to the right. 1, 2, 3. There it is. I landed on the number 9. 6 plus 3 equals 9. Oop, there's my number 9. All right, we can check it on our fingers also. So I started with the number 6, and I'm going to add 3 more to it. 1, 2, 3. If I count all my fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the same answer I got when I did my number line. Okay, boys and girls, now that we've tried some addition problems, let's look at some subtraction problems. Now, when we subtract, we use a sign that looks like this. This is a subtraction sign. Subtraction means taking away. Usually when we subtract, we start with a big number, like 9. So I'm going to put my starter button on the number 9. This time I'm going to take some away. Think of it like this. If you had 9 pieces of candy and your friends came over and you wanted to share, you would take some away from your pile and give it to them. Now what we're trying to find out is how many do you have left? So if I said that I had 9 pieces of candy to start and 4 of my friends came over, so I'm going to give away 4 pieces. 9 minus 4. This is how many I started with. This is how many I gave away. This time when we're subtracting, we are going to start here on our starter button, but this time we're moving to the left because we're going to take away, which means that we'll end up with a smaller number. So if I started at 9 and I took 4 away, 1, 2, 3, 4, that means that I'm only going to have 5 pieces of candy left. If I check with my fingers, I started with 9, and I'm going to take away 4 pieces of candy. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means I only have 5 pieces of candy left. 5. 9 minus or take away 4 equals 5. Let's try another subtraction problem. I'm going to take both of my dots down. I'm going to take my cards down. This time I'm going to start with 7. I had 7 cookies in the cookie jar. My husband came home and he ate 3 of them. I had 7. That's the number I started with. When my husband came home, he ate 3. So 3 of them were taken out of the cookie jar and they went into his belly. So we started at 7. Now we're going to take 3 away. Remember, we moved to the left. 1, 2, 3. That means that I only have 4 cookies left in my cookie jar. 7 minus or take away 3 equals 4. I can check with my fingers by going like this. I started with 7. Ooh, I'm only going to take 3 away. Sorry. That means I only have 4 cookies left. Understand? Let's try one more. I'm going to take my dots down. I need to replace my cards. This time, I'm going to pretend that I had 5 donuts. So that means I need to put my starter button on 5. When my son saw those donuts, he decided that he was going to eat 3 of them. So 3 of them were taken away. I started at 5. That's how many I had at the beginning. My son ate 3 of them. Let's see how many I have left. Remember, we're moving to the left to take away, so the number gets smaller. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That means that I only have 2 donuts left in my cookie jar. What? In the cookie jar? No, in the donut box. Here we go. 5 take away or minus 3 equals 2. Let's check with our fingers. I had 5 donuts. My son ate 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I only have 2 left. All right, boys and girls, you think you got the hang of it? How about if you try this at home? It's really easy. These are all things that you have around the house. You can draw your own number line or you can use a ruler, whatever you have. I hope you have fun. Bye.